Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. Now, I was going to do this sorting and organizing activity on my own, and then I thought maybe you guys would be interested in keeping me company and seeing what I'm up to. So I have been continuing to, look in nooks and crannies and kind of look at everything that I have amassed over the last few years with a critical eye. Do I still want it? Is it something that I should be selling either through one of the selling platforms I'm involved with, like Etsy or Maker's Market? Should I attempt my first drop sale? Should I bring it to one of the YouTube live sales that Joni, Not So Fast Joni, and I are doing once a month? Should I throw it away? If it's truly something I'm never going to use, and I don't see it having immediate value to anyone else, should I just, cut out the middleman and throw it away? And I've done quite a bit of that. I also have a number of baskets and boxes and so on, bins, that I keep putting things into for some of the people that I swap Happy Mail with, or people that I physically, that I'm seeing, we're actually, alive and well and in the same room, not just virtual friends. So this, believe it or not, is a pile of Ideals magazines that I took apart probably the first year I fell into this. And it filled a whole magazine storage thing, like so. And of course, it was tucked away in a closet, and I totally forgot about it. Now, at one point, when I was innocent and young and naive and didn't have any inkling of how much stuff would actually fill a space, I actually had file folders in one of my filing cabinets, like autumn and Mother's Day, and that wasn't cutting it for me. So what I'm hoping to do here with your I can hear your silent, well, no, I can't hear your silence. I know in my heart of hearts that you are cheering me on, even though I can't hear it. So what I intend to do, because this is going to be a cross section of everything, I'm going to separate the covers. I'll make a pile with just covers, because of course we know that they are beautiful on their own, and they are a good weight, where they could be cards, they could be probably repurposed at a spine, and actually form the basis of a journal cover. They could be, what else could they be? They could be a signature page, probably best suited to a 3-ring binder type journal. So let's just see what we have here. Now, I know obviously you're not going to, because there isn't enough space here, you're not going to be able to see all the piles I make. I'm warning you of that right now. However, you are seeing each item as I pick it up. So I'm starting a pile off to my side here with covers. Now, it's easy enough to sort of feel that, feel them because they're thicker. You can see that on this particular page, I folded it, I guess, thinking that it would be a signature page. Now, for whatever reason, it must be my own foible, I tend not to like to use pages that aren't sort of beautiful and readable. So I think what is more likely to happen with something like this is that I would, probably glue the well, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably tear it in half. These larger titles or verses or whatever could be used, you know, any place that you feel the need, either for a sentiment, a focal point, as a component of a masterboard, or whatever. The image, of course, would be lovely if it was, you know, backed and a little heavier. It could be used as a journaling card or a pocket or whatever. So maybe, because of course every issue is basically structured the same way, maybe what I'll do is make a pile for pages like this that have a single focal image and see what that gets me. Now, what I could also do, of course, there's no end to how a person can sort these things, is maybe while I'm at it, I will sort of do seasons or themes. So this is obviously harvest. So we'll start a little harvest pile off to the side here. This is winter. Harvest or fall. Harvest. Let's just put this further down the pile. Maybe by then I will have a category that it fits reasonably into. Now, on a page like this, I think that I could see this being a journal page, a signature page, because, and let's see if I can fold it straight on my very first attempt. Now, you can tell by the frayed edge that I just pulled them out of the book. I didn't, you know, cut them and, you know, whatever. So straight out of the magazine. So now I can see this being a journal page because this makes sense to me. That can be covered with an additional something or other. This makes sense to me. That can be covered. And likewise here. Now, there isn't a great deal on this page worth saving other than that flower, but, you know, it's easy enough to cover this with something else. So there will be a small pile of, well, I don't know how small, there will be a pile for signature pages. Fall. Winter. Now, this is beautiful. But again, because trees grow up and down and birds stand on their feet, not upside down, I would not feel good turning this sideways and making it into a signature page. So I'm going to add that to the winter pile because, of course, it's got snow. Now, I think Christmas will probably get its own pile. Winter. See, so something like this, where the text and the image are vertical, it would be easy enough to also turn this into a signature page for a tall skinny. But I've also learned the hard way that sometimes pre-folding isn't necessarily the best decision that I can make. So I'm just going to put this in with the winter stuff, the pile that I'm making for winter. But this could also, with some selective folding, you know, just turn a bit under on this side and more on this side, make a reinforced either pocket or belly band or whatever. So just leaving it intact for now. So you can see that even though I'm doing this sorting process, I'm still really not making final decisions in most cases. Now, this is another one of those that, like this one here with the mums, could lend itself to that, but it also has this that would be sideways. So I could keep something like this. Well, let's pretend that these things made sense together and that I hadn't folded it. Pages like this could be, you know, a little tiny bead of glue, either top and bottom or U-shaped, and it becomes a signature page with either top loading or side loading pockets. And of course, you know, a person would more than likely sew that as well. So maybe I'll put the covers on the floor, and then I have another place to make a pile. So these kinds of things I'll put aside, and we'll see if there are more of these that, again, lend themselves to that. So a non-directional design, easy enough to cover up the sideways script. Now, of course, on something like this, this is similar to the one I showed you with the tree and the snow. Same things applicable there, or a person could realize, oh, these are lovely together. I could fussy tear or cut these things and get 6 beautiful, coherent pockets, journaling cards, whatever, because of course it's all sepia colored images, all the same landscape profile. And you know, maybe this verse is just perfect for that. So for now, it's going into harvest. Okay, here we have something that is in the same colorway. It's actually the same design. So and again, it's always a choice. On this page, we don't care about that. I don't particularly care about that. So I would put these two this way as a signal to myself that they need to be kept together. Again, beautiful. Something like this could also, because of the elongation, could become a signature page for a tall skin. You know, what I'm showing you is like I'm finding, as I knew I would, because the way they lay out the magazine, similar things over and over again. So obviously I'm going to stop saying the same thing over and over again because we all get it. And just flip quick, whoa. Just quickly, if you guys could see what is going on beside me, you would be thinking, oh, doesn't Newton know about this? What about the law of gravity? Anyway, let me put my planner away. And maybe this is less likely to collapse. You know, when you're busy and you're just doing videos and trying to get projects completed, there's no time to do a heck of a lot of cleaning. Anyway. And of course, another thing to do with these full-size edge-to-edge images, well, this one could easily be used as a signature page because both sides of it are perfecto. You know, same thing with something like this. So once I do this first rough sorting, I think what I'll do is go back to a particular pile. So for instance, I could go back through this, what's becoming a pretty thick autumn pile already, and then make those kinds of decisions where, okay, I've got enough of these pages, I'm doing a tall skinny, and then I fold the pages, or I make pockets, or whatever. Anyway, what I started to say, I don't know if I finished the sentence, a couple more covers here, is the idea of using these wall-to-wall images to make envelopes. Now, that makes a bit more sense when you don't care for the thing that's on the back of it, because of course it then becomes part of the inside design. Now we have moved to more summer-like images, or spring, harvest, harvest. Harvest, harvest. I would think that another category, that's our fallen leaves, might be, you know, nostalgia, homestead, old-timey kind of stuff. So we'll see over a bit of time whether I'm right about that. So this is one of those single images like the crocuses, so we'll put that there. Family recipes. We're still talking harvest. Would have been nice if some of these pages weren't upside. Is all the rest of this upside down? Oh, okay. Well, we know what to do. Okie dokie. Okay, so far this is a bit of an anomaly, as is this. We'll just I'll just keep them here for the time being. Maybe anchored under this. So leaves. This is something that could either be folded down and, of course, make it narrower and have a beautiful pocket. And if you like that image, you could save that as well, or you could double it up. Lose that image, double it up so that you have a, you know, a more robust pocket. Or save Autumn Wish, because that's kind of a beautiful font, and do that. I cannot believe, oh, look at this. So maybe we need, yes, there's a turkey, and yes, there's a turkey, and she's obviously thankful. Maybe we need another pile that is children or, you know, people. Winter, oh, but they're, let winter come. I don't know. Because we are farmers, obviously, harvest has a very bottom line kind of implication to it. And I know that as I'm operating a combine, looks like I cut these out at some point, because I'm operating a combine and it's, you know, your slow-moving vehicle, nothing but time to think. I know that I just feel the closest. To me, that's the time of year that I feel closest to creation, to the earth that this Lord has made, and feel most acutely the gratitude for the land, the animals, the yield, and so on. But it's also a very busy time of year. So I have never done a fall journal. I've never done a Thanksgiving type journal. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I decide I've got an embarrassment of blessings here. And I don't just mean the autumn pages. You know, maybe I need to put together a bundle or something of these pages for somebody who would be more likely to use them. I'm just putting that horse and buggy with the nostalgic stuff. I honestly can't ever see myself doing a Valentine's journal either, but, you know, I guess never say never. So, Bits and Pieces is a recurring feature, I guess, in the magazine. So that's also a sentiment that we might want to save. These sorts of illustrations are common. These are quotations that, you know, if we don't have another source of quotations in our lives, that could be something to use. Now, according to my taste and my way of doing things, I would pick the elements on this page versus that not so great photography. You know, yeah, it's a bunny, it's dandelions, but that doesn't really appeal to me. So, I don't think we have a spring pile, so I'll start another. Well, no, that's not really spring, because I'm just saying bits and pieces. And I didn't do anything with this family recipe one either. Maybe I'll group those two together for the time being. Oh, dear, 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 this isn't ideals. Okay, so now I guess we have spring, because there are tulips, there are buds. Mind you, I said I was putting these single focal items by themselves. Probably would rather have these flowers. Okay, spring is over here. Oh, look at those hyacinths. Can't you almost smell those? If you've ever forced bulbs, which reminds me, wouldn't that be a good thing to do? Force some bulbs this spring. Then you know that scent is intoxicating. I should probably also start a pile for fussy cutting, because I think that's all I would want on this page. That's not the greatest either. To a dandelion. What's that? Ode to a dandelion? Speaking of which, and daffodils. That's lovely. Call that spring as well. Spring. Okay, so this could be, you know, part of a kid page. So where did I put that little girl? Oh, right there. This is a Bible verse. All gardeners kneel. Well, now that makes me think maybe this would be better to use some of the verse and some of these images, because it's all garden work, in a gardening type journal. So I'm going to keep that with spring, just because that's the time that we are traditionally, any of us would be planting if we live in the northern hemisphere. There's another little girl. Even though this is a photo, I will put her with the first one. This is lovely. Again, this side talks about gardening. This is a cover. Legendary Americans. I won't be needing that. Fall. Valentine's. I wonder why I folded this page. I guess that is non-directional. Okay, I'll add that with no, I guess I'll keep it with Valentine's. This is a cover. Oh, these are old-timey images. I'm going to put this with the people, the girls. People. Old-timey. I'm just feeling for the covers. I am not going to be able to make too much headway through this, it appears. Maybe I'll feel better if the pile goes down just when I take all the covers out. So forgive me for springing ahead in that way, but honestly, this would be good for a school one. What is it? Oh, friendship. I'll put the school thing aside. Okay, I'm just feeling for the heavy. Oh, this is so beautiful. I just did a video earlier today on the cookbook journal. Now, the one I'm using is rather, well, it's right here, is rather small. So I suppose, anyway, I'm going to keep this with the cookbook journal because I'm going to, okay, I'll tell you what my thinking is. I will, oh Lord, you didn't know that we're prone to avalanches in the middle of the prairies. No, I'm going to be winding this video down shortly, but I'll show you what I might do with something like this. Where's my other little triangle, or not triangle, right angle? Corner is use this homemade viewfinder to decide which parts. Obviously don't want to cut her head off, but you know, this would be cute because we can see she's looking at what this kid is doing, straining those beans. We could get another one like this, the girl probably shelling peas. Again, don't cut her head off. And there would still be enough cut off images that they could become pockets or side tucks or whatever. You know, even this upper corner here with that old-fashioned clock and the little whisk broom or brush is cute. So I'm going to put that aside because I'm working on the cookbook thing right now. So throw that in with the cookbook stuff for the time being. Okay, I want to get more off the covers out of here. And it looks like at some point in the past, I took what I wanted. So why don't I do myself a favor and throw, look at that, I threw a piece of paper away. A partial piece of paper. And another partial piece of paper. And you thought there was no hope for me at all. Okay. And I think you and I both knew that we were not going to, I could keep this with, I'd like to see a lovely lawn be diamond with dew at dawn, but mine is often trampled bare because the youngsters gather there. I like a spotless house and clean, where many a touch of grace is seen, but mine is often tossed about by youngsters racing in and out. This would be good to keep with like a homemaking type journal, or I don't know, does anyone ever do like parenting journals? I started to say that both you and I knew that we realistically would not get through even half this pile. I was just trying to feel a few more covers. Did we deal with all the covers? That could very well be. Well, no, I feel something down here. Looks like 1964. Oh, Sandy, I have to add this to your. Look at that. That's lovely. Okay, that's going on Sandy's pile. So, oh, this was, okay, ideal scrapbook. So that's sort of a different category. I don't know if it's kind of a rounding up of some of the most popular features or not, but they tend to have those kind of margin and border decorations. So this one I will keep kind of intact for the time being. But let's just see. Okay, there's a cover. There's a cover. For a while there, and that's probably some of those partial pages you've seen, I was cutting out, okay, so there's this Legendary Americans thing. So they would always have a monocolored headshot of a guy. So I was, see, this is good collage fodder. I was collecting all those heads. I think I might have used them in a masterboard. I was also collecting all the little painted handprints. So that's why some of these pages have gaps in them. What is this? Okay, there's obviously pages from through my window. Some of this is upside down again. I think I may have gotten most of the covers out of here. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think that whatever purpose I had for turning the camera on has been covered in what I've said so far, so I'm not going to belabor this any further. See something about a sewing machine. Put these with the other covers. It's the old sewing machine. Oh, great. Don't care about Lincoln. More Harvest. Autumn. Would be nice to know where I pulled that sewing machine thing out of. Maybe there's a picture of a sewing machine somewhere. I always like pictures of loaves of bread, too. Anyway, guys, I'm going to... So obviously, if I ever get to a sewing journal, I will want to use this. So I will add something like this to my sewing, where I've got all those sewing type items together. It could be a gigantic card. Obviously, I'd have to cut it down. And then things like this that are... I would call this collage fodder, and I will hang on to pieces like this. Probably not much smaller because I am learning from my past mistakes. So I'm going to stop there. I will obviously continue doing this without your cheering section, and this might be good for the cookie one. Without you in my cheering section or your supervision, because if I miss something, you eagle-eyed, very close watchers, and I mean that in the best possible way, will point out other possible old time will point out other possibilities. Did you ever think of doing such and such? And of course, I always welcome those ideas. This is Valentine's Day. Okay, guys, I am going to quit there. And like I said, if it turns out that I have way too much, oh gee, fancy that, then you may expect to, well, what are the odds? I procrastinated this one to the bottom of the page, to the bottom of the pile, and there it surfaces again. I'm putting that with winter. What I'm trying to spit out here is that I may end up making bundles, themed bundles, to put in, to bring to, you know, a live sale or whatever. I also periodically bring, because of course I've got smart, that's a relative term, and now don't cut up or break up every single, why not? Did I not see this before? Not, you know, deconstruct every, oh, just the other side of it. Not deconstruct every single thing, but leave some issues intact, and in fact, bring them periodically to a live sale, which I did the other day. So and you know, you're always, never feel afraid to, because I don't have 5 million viewers, so I'm still able to handle inquiries and so on. If you ever see me, hear me talk about something that you might be interested in, let me know. You know, it may be something I'm prepared to give away. It may be something that I unfortunately need to sell you. Not unfortunately, I mean, that's the name of the game. You know, like for instance, if you need a particular, you know, like you want an Easter or Mother's Day ideals, well, reach out. Goodness knows, I probably have it. In fact, I know I have it. Okay, that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that by hook or by crook, you get some ideals in falling into your studio, whether through thrifting or gifting or purchasing, because they really do have a lot of possibilities, as you've seen through this quick little look here. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.